Hey, Julia Barzyk here from Wise Investigator. So today I wanted to talk about the hidden curriculum and how it relates to funding. Now, a hidden curriculum, you may or may not have heard of this, but it is information that a person needs to know to be successful in something, but that is not explicitly taught. So there's plenty of this to go around in many different aspects of our lives. But the one that I think of most commonly from grad school that was part of what I experienced or what I witnessed, say, is that in my department, in my PhD program, there were two seminars every Friday afternoon where outside speakers were brought in. And it was not a requirement to attend these seminars as a graduate student, but you were expected to be there. And this is something that was never actually told to the graduate students. And somehow I knew that I was supposed to be there. Now, I think the reason for that, even though I do not remember being explicitly told by anyone that I should be there, is my father has a PhD. Now, it's not in STEM, but because of that, I think I had picked up on a lot of expectations for this stage of my training and my career. And I was able to clue in and kind of know these things when other people weren't. For example, someone I was in graduate school with who was a first generation college student, was also in the PhD program, did not know that it was possible to change advisors. But they got that information and made a change and things worked out. But this was something else that was not explicitly taught. So how does this relate to funding? Well, there is a huge hidden curriculum in funding, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, is to get this information out there so that this doesn't have to trip people up any longer. Now, what's not part of the hidden curriculum in funding is proposal writing. So proposal preparation, proposal planning and writing and submission. There are many, many good resources on that, and I encourage everybody to make the best use of those. Look for those out there and use them because there's great training and support for that. What is part of the hidden curriculum in funding, though, are many other aspects of this process. For example, where do you find funding? How do you interact with program officers and funders? What about all of those other products that you need for the funding process, but that are not actually proposals? How do you frame research questions? Now, this is something that's very important to proposal writing, but it's a broader type of challenge, right? And how does reviewing proposals relate to the funding process? So I'm going to be getting into these topics and more. Please let me know in the comments below or send me a DM with the questions that you have related to the funding process.